Hey, welcome back to another video. My name is Andrew, and today we'll be talking about how I turned $200, $1,200 in a year. Now you're probably wondering, okay, how did you even do this? Because, fun fact, each year money decreases in value by at least 3 to 5%. So how did I turn 200 to 1,200? Well, actually, let's get to it. So there's this thing called the stock market. Now, I'm not sure if you've heard of the stock market, but it's pretty amazing, depending on which app you use to invest in the stock market. Now, okay, so let's get to the basics. If you're never heard of it or new to it or heard of it but just don't know what it means, the stock market basically is a place where you can buy shares in a company. When I mean shares, I mean buy parts of the company, like a percentage. A company could have billions of shares and be like $30 a share, and you can buy parts of the company like that. So, index. So there's things I want to teach you about the stock market and how I turned 200 to 1,200. Now, I got lucky because I got like 600 to 700% increase in my money, and that is not the average. Average is only 11% a year. I like quadrupled that or times that by so much. Now, I want to teach you more. So first off, I want to recommend a book to you. This book is called Investment Guide for Teens. Now, 8 Steps of Having More Money Than Your Parents Ever Dreamed of. Now, this book, I'm not sponsored by the book or a motley fool, but I would definitely recommend reading this book because this book is actually really informational. It gives you a big understanding of the whole stock market. I read it when I was 13, and I was able, like I said, turn 200 to 1,200 into a year. And I did the math. Had like a test thing. If I had 10,000 in it, it would have turned to like over 70,000. So let me tell you some main things to know about the stock market. The stock market percentage gain is 7%, and yes, you can lose money, but overall, it's much better than investing in a bank. Okay, so a bank now only gives you my bank only gives me like 0.5, 0.001 interest or 0.50 interest, something like that. And it's horrible interest. Like, I overall lose money every year. Like, the value of my money decreases, and the bank does not help anymore. So the best place to go now is the stock market. Now, I could tell you great ways to have safe spots for the stock market. For me, I invested in a separate company, but that is more advanced into the stock market. So I'm just going to tell you the basic idea of the stock market and what to do. So there's this thing called index funds. I have the definition here. A passively managed mutual fund that seeks essentially to duplicate the performance of a particular market index. It typically charges very low fees compared to actively mutual funds. Or in other words, all the biggest companies in the world combined. Not combined, like they are in this place together, and some increase in value for shares and some decrease in values in shares. And overall, you gain money from the index funds, and they're low fees, like I said, so it's great. Now, I use this app called Stockpile. So you only have to pay $1 to invest in a company, or sell out a company, which is fabulous because there are many other apps where you have to pay like 5 to 10% of all your money you invest into a stock market, and then you have to lose 15% of the money back when you sell it. Like, it's horrible. This Stockpile, I would definitely recommend as an app. Now, let's get more into it. So you're like, okay, this stock market thing sounds amazing. I mean, Warren Buffett. Let me tell you the story about Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett was a kid. He worked hard, and when he was a kid, he turned like a couple thousand into 67,000 from the stock market when he was just a kid, and he did great things. That's how he's a billionaire. He just used the stock market, was really smart at the stock market. And I believe everybody could do the same thing like Warren Buffett. And that's my goal. I want to be somewhat like Warren Buffett. And that's why I'm also reading another book of the stock market to help teach increase my education with the stock market, so I get more better companies. And I want to teach you people too. So, one more thing. You know about index funds. You can know about investing in separate companies. Well, there's much more to teach you about, which I think I will explain a bit more in a video. You know about Stockpile. It's a great app and you should definitely use it if you want to invest in the stock market. And now I think you should know about budgeting. Now, budgeting is very important. It may stink, but it's really important. Because don't you want to retire when you're 40 or 50? Don't worry about money? Go travel the world when you can? Then you need budgeting. Or even invest in the stock market. Right now, my goal, I made this budgeting plan. In the future, I want to use 10% of all my money I make into the stock market. Then I want to, depending if my channel blows up, I want to help as many people as I can if I make lots of money from this channel or from work. 10% of my money into the stock market, and then everything else, like 30 to 40% for fun, and 50%, and then 50% for like paying for bills, house, all of that. But the 10% can also be like saving money too. Now, here's the difference from saving money and investing the money. Saving money, over time, your value of the money will go down and you lose money every year. Investing, overall, gives you a better chance of gaining much more money than it is. Like I said, 2,000 to 1,200, 200 to 1,200. So, yeah, that's really everything you need to know. If you set up a budgeting plan, if you do your research in the stock market and what to do, and if you get Stockpile, you'll be set. And here, one more thing. When you are looking for investing in a separate company and you're wondering, okay, why don't you just invest in separate companies? 90% of the stock people invest in index funds because it's safe, it's the biggest companies in the world combined into one spot, and it's the overall average of all those companies combined. So overall, they'll make profit depending on how the stocks go. Toys R Us was in it, so it dropped this year. But overall, I think it will gain back up and people will make money. Now, one more thing. When you're looking to invest in a separate company, you need to look about how they make the money, what they sell, what they're about, their story. And don't base it on their story, because just because of their story doesn't mean you should invest in it. If you have faith in the company, if you really truly believe in this company, are you willing to lose money for this company? And are you willing to give it your all for this company? That's the main things you need to look out for. It's more about confidence if you feel good about investing in something. And like I said, how do they make their money? Also look how much money they have saved. Are they in debt? All that stuff. So yeah, I hope this was informational and hopefully you enjoyed this video. And yeah, if you have any questions, comment down below, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. We're doing daily videos, and peace.